I'm going to go over the microcluster property of Kangen water, or in other words, the ability for our body to easily absorb this water. So most waters, tap waters, bottled waters, their clusters of water are about 15 to 20 molecules. Kangen water has about 4 to 6. So it's smaller clusters of water, which is easier for our body to absorb. If you think of a chain link fence has some holes in it. If you took a handful of golf balls and threw them at that chain link fence, some would go through, some wouldn't. But then if you got a handful of BBs and threw them at that chain link fence, majority are going to go through because of size proportion. And so our cells are similar. Our cells have openings that take in nutrients and liquids to hydrate. And so when we're trying to cram a lot of water in those cells at once, it's hard for that water to get in there. But if it's smaller molecules of that water, it's easier for the cell to absorb. And so I have some green tea here. I'm going to use this green tea as our cells. So I'm just going to stick it in here, and I have some Dasani water, and so I'm going to make some green tea. Now, you may see that and think, why isn't it making any tea? Many of you will say, because it's not hot water. Exactly. When we make green tea or when we make teas, we heat the water up, and that's because the water is moving quicker and quicker. It's about to evaporate, become steam, and so it's getting smaller and smaller, and so it's able to get in there and make green tea. But the cool thing about Kangen water is it's microclustered, meaning it's able to get into there and to make green tea. So you can see I can make green tea without the water being hot. Now, maybe it was just because the bag was wet and so the Dasani didn't work, but let's pour it back in. Still nothing. Doesn't make any tea. Well, maybe it's out of tea. Let's see. Let's put it back in here. Pour some more Kangen water in there, some microclustered water, and we can make a whole nother cup of green tea. Isn't that amazing? So let's try this. Let's put a little bit in here, a little bit more. Let's put some over here. All right, they're about equal. And so now I'm going to use the Dasani and see, can we make any more tea? Not really. Just clear, see-through wouldn't be very tasty, but let's use this microclustered water. I can make a whole nother cup of green tea. Now that's important to our health because this water is able to hydrate us on a cellular level. It's not trying to cram all this water in our cells, it's smaller clusters of water so our cells can more easily absorb this water. And that helps to flush out the toxins, to flush out the lactic acids in our muscles and in our tissues, and helps to cleanse our body so that our body can take care of itself. Our body's amazing, and so when we put the right kind of food and water into our body is able to function better and we're able to feel better and be healthier. And so that's the property of microclustered of Kangen water 9.5.